you guys, and thank you so much for tuning into my channel. So today I have a chicken update. You want to know what's been going on? Stay tuned. Okay, you guys, so in this video I'm going to do a little chicken update for you because I know some of you really like to know how they're doing and what's been going on, and you've been following my chickens this whole time in my journey. It's been a interesting last few years, let's just say. So this right here is my shadow. She has not laid yet. This is my only freeloader, and it's been about, I want to say it's been about 3 weeks now. I noticed that she had some white bubbles in the corner of her eye, and I was like, oh no. So if you guys watched an update like, I don't know, sometime last year, and I was talking about how one of my friends, she got the sisters of them, because Java and her, and then my friends too, they were all from the same hatchings. And they were our replacements because the first set were sick and they were boys. Her first set were sick. I don't know. She didn't keep them long enough to know if they ended up being boys or not. But her replacements, like this is my replacement, both of hers ended up passing away. So the second one, she took it and had tested, which came back positive for mycoplasma. And one of the main symptoms or signs is watery eye, which is bubbles in the eye. So once I saw that, I honestly thought, okay, then this seals the deal. My girls all have it, because if one has it, they all have it. The only way to get rid of it is by getting rid of all of the chickens and disinfecting everything and waiting like 6 to 8 months and then starting over. So it's basically once they have it, there's no cure. There's some treatments that you can do to keep them, you know, better and comfortable, but there's no cure. They're always going to have it. So I felt like, okay, I have a 50-50 chance that it's in my flock. And one time Carmela had the bubbles in the eye like for 2 days, and I just thought maybe she got dust in her eye, sand, you know, and it was just, that was what it had, but I never saw it again. So then once she told me that, and then I saw that that was a symptom, I was like, oh great, mine just had that like a week ago. And anyways, I don't know because I've never had any of mine actually tested. However, it's a good chance, you know, because of just 1 + 1 = 2 and everything that had happened. So when I saw that, I instantly thought mycoplasma. And so I started treating her like how I treated the boys, the first set that I got them in like in perfect health before I returned them. And so I started putting medicine in her water, but then I thought, you know what, I'm just going to treat them all. So I put medicine in her water, separated her, and then put medicine in all of the others' water too. And I let them, it says about 7 days, but right now it was really cold. Well, today it's really hot. Like I've been sweating outside, especially trying to round her up. Like today is really, really hot. And she's holding my finger. This one right here. She's holding my finger. Yeah, you holding my hand? So, oh crap, where was I? Oh, so it says about 7 days, but during this time, it was the coldest it's been here. Like that is like the coldest time of year. So they weren't drinking as much as they should. And her, it seemed like every day she was just getting worse and worse. I'll show you some pictures here and how like everything came about. First, just a little bubble in her eye. Then the next day, her eye started getting swollen. It kept getting worse. So I put them on the medication. But then after I like posted her on the Facebook group, just double checking, because her, I thought she had some pecking sores on her comb because the others do peck her. She was the one that was being picked on. So she was hiding in the coop pretty much every single day, all day, before this had happened. So I thought it was just like pecking sores from the other ones pecking her, but they only got worse. They weren't getting better. Like she was separated, nobody's near her, no one's pecking her, so they just kept getting worse and bigger. And I was like, oh no. So I posted the photo, and some people in this group said, oh, that's fowl pox. With fowl pox, there's 2 different types. There's dry fowl pox and there's wet fowl pox. Wet fowl pox is if it's all in their mouth, and it gets it like gets really inflamed and like sores and everything inside their mouth. She had nothing inside of her airways. Like I looked in her mouth, it looked fine. It was on the outside. So the dry pox, it affects their skin that's not feathered. So her comb, her wattles, around her eyes, all of that was just being really, really affected. So I was treating her with stuff, giving her stuff every day. Again, they had the stuff in the water. But then once I found out this is just so cute. Once I found out fowl pox, that's when I started looking up like what I can do. And with that, you basically, there's no cure. It has to run its course. To me, it kind of sounds like when we get chicken pox as kids, you normally get it once and then that's it. Well, I didn't have a very bad case, so I think I ended up having it 3 times as a child. However, hopefully she won't get it again. So if it was the fowl pox, then there's a few things to help them just stay a little bit more comfortable, which is using iodine solution to clean all of the sores on their, wherever it is, and then putting a mixture of Vaseline with sulfur powder. And I already have sulfur powder because I do put that into their dust bath. I did hear for like dumpling mites, the ones you cannot see, sulfur powder is what gets rid of them. So in their dust bath, I always make sure there's First Saturday lime, there's wood ash, there's herbs, and there's the sulfur powder. So it can combat like anything. Like I'm good to go, I think, for anything on that way. So I already had it. So I mixed that concoction up. So that's what I would do. I would clean it all with the iodine, and then I would put this stuff on, and it looked really nasty, like putting it on, but it kind of helped to soften all of the scabs from the sores. And then as they were healing, I was able to like pick those scabs off, and now she looks almost perfect, huh? Bunch of babies. So she's almost back to perfect, and her eye is doing good. It's been about 4 days now where I have not had any of the white bubbles in her eye. So every time I was looking up fowl pox, I didn't really see anything with like the eye bubbles. That's normally respiratory. So I don't know if this poor little thing literally had like 2 things going on. Also looking up mycoplasma, which is the bubbles in the eye, says they can get sores on their comb and wattle. So again, I'm just speculating. I don't know which one it is. I know for a fact she had some type of respiratory problem, and she had something going on with her comb and wattles with these sores. So again, it's either one, the mycoplasma or the fowl pox, but either way, I pulled her immediately before her eye even started getting swollen. So I think I found it at the right time. However, after she was pulled away from them for 2 weeks, they now want nothing to do with her. Even her own sister that was born with her, grew up with her the entire time. Her own sister like was the first one to go and just try to grab a hold of her and pulled like 4 or 5 feathers out in one pull. Like, I'm like, oh, no. So I swooped her up and I put her back in the enclosure. I had her in our enclosed patio area. That's where the quail are gonna go. So luckily things happen for a reason. I didn't have the quail, so there was no reason to be like cross-contamination to get them sick or anything. So things always happen for a reason. And she had it at the right timing, because now soon I'm going to be going to see my mom. So I need all of this all done. So when I go visit my mom, I don't have any issues here, and my man can do things seamlessly and not be harder than it was. So either way, I'm so glad that she's doing so much better. She's such a sweetheart. Oh, the bubbers. Oh, the bubbers. Oh, the bubbers. She's just such a sweetheart. Like, yeah, so they instantly attacked her. All of them like started coming out to her to attack her. So I'm like, this is not good. So what I did is, I know now that all of her sores are gone and she has no more of the white bubbles, because she kept shaking her head and like, so I didn't know like if those bubbles flew anywhere, if the others could get sick. And then with her sores, if the sores fell off, the other girls could get the fowl pox that way. That's how they can spread it. So I really needed her to get better. So she was on the medication. Instead of the 7 days like it said, I let it run the 10 days. Sorry, there's just so much in my head of all this stuff that I've had to do. So I let all of them have that medicine for 10 days, and you have to make a fresh batch every single morning. So every single morning, 6:45, and at that time it was 35 to 40 degrees, and I was out there cleaning their water, giving them fresh water with the medicine in it. And then speaking of the cold, I just wanted to show you, we did install this plastic that's here and here that we can roll up. And then when it is cold, if it's under 45, I just drop that down just to get the wind chill off of them, because they do sleep right behind that. But yeah, I have this one permanently here. I have one on the door, and on the other side is permanently there. And then these two here we can roll up, and then once there's no more under 45s, I'll just take it down all the way. But yeah, just wanted to show you they have protection. They're nice and good. And when those are down, it's like a sauna in there. So I love that we can just do that, roll it up, get it out of the way, and they're protected. Here's Vienna. Hi, baby. You gonna go explore? Little Dora the Explorer. She's not doing too good on her feet right now. She keeps hurting one of her legs, but she's walking right now, so I'll let her just go and explore. But yeah, again, just wanted to tell you, they have plastic, so they're good on the cold nights. Again, this one just kept getting worse and worse. So at day 7, I'm like, you're getting worse. You're not getting any better. So I'm going to keep you on it. So that's when I decided to go to the full 10 days. Then on the 11th day, I cleaned their water out and I gave them a probiotic. And I gave them a probiotic every day for the first 5 days. And then I'm giving them poultry cell, which is a lot of vitamins. And it just helps them, especially like in stressful times or anything like that. It's good to do the probiotic and the poultry cell, whichever. So with the poultry cell, I wanted her to make sure she was getting all of the vitamins. So I started just giving it to her like 1 ml at a time, twice a day, down like in a syringe down her mouth. So I know for a fact she's getting all of the vitamins. So now after the 5-day probiotic, I just gave her regular water, and then I'm giving her the poultry cell directly in her mouth. And the other girls, they're having poultry cell. That's all that they're drinking right now. So I'll do that for the 5 days. And then I'll do one more round of the probiotic for like 2 to 3 days. And then I'll put them back on their normal regular water. I always normally have a regular water and another one with some type of a solution in it. So they have both options. In the cooler times of the year, I can even put like apple cider vinegar in there, the probiotics, electrolytes, or whichever. So they're now on their mend of being off the medicine. So right now we cannot eat their eggs, because when you're medicating them, you cannot eat their eggs. So since they were on the medicine for 10 days, I'm gonna wait at least 10 days afterwards. And luckily right now, again, things always happen for a reason, it's so cold that they're not really laying that much. Carmela was still MIA. She came back for like 2 days and then she stopped again for like over a month. Today, however, she finally laid again. So maybe she's now back in action. Pennywise, she's been the only one pretty much laying throughout the time of me separating Shadow. I think Java might have laid once or twice, her sister. So I didn't have to like really throw away a whole lot of the eggs this time. Probably only 7 or 8 of them. Today that Carmela laid, since they've gone now 8 days off the medicine, I think that one's safe for me to cook up and give to them. And then in another day or two, anything that they lay, we should be able to eat and be fine with, because the store, they did not even have any eggs. They canceled my eggs for my pickup that I just got. Sorry, I keep seeing a notification on the thing saying someone's in the house. So I just wanted to make sure they're doing okay, because as soon as I grabbed her and walked away, they started all like making this god-awful loud sounds and all kinds of stuff. And it's like, you wanted to kill her and now you're mad because I took her? Make up your mind. Pop, pop. Yeah, I don't see anybody in there. They must have went in and did something and came out or something, but nobody's in there. And I only hear the radio, so it sounds nice and quiet. So that's good. So anyways, now this little girl is back in the run. I had him help me make a new cage, because any other time I would put them in like that larger dog cage and it worked, but the cage is so heavy, it doesn't give them a whole lot of room, and it's wrapped with hardware cloth, and every time you open and close the door, it's bending, and like it's only a matter of time before it splits, and then there's going to be sharp edges all over from all of the metal. So I'm like, let's just make something else. Plus, if let's just say she was in the cage and she decided to go to the back of the cage, I can't get her. And I'm not crawling my ass in the sand and the chicken shit and all of that other stuff to get into this cage to reach in the back to get her. Nope. So I wanted to be able to lift up the top. So I had him make me the old pecking garden that we made that had the lid. The bottom part is what is in there now. That's their dust bath. But the lid was still on the side of the garage. And it was like, it's the same size as a dust bath. So I'm like, you know what? I want to make it this big and then take up half the dust bath and half of the regular ground, so then she can actually dust bathe. Her being inside of the enclosure on bedding, she's been eating the bedding, and now she has, this is a big like softball right here, her crop. She has an impacted crop. So now I have to, so now I have to deal with her impacted crop now. We got to get that going, so then you can totally feel better, huh? Yeah, and then you can totally feel better, huh? Yeah. You see papa? You're not gonna talk to me now? Papa? She always just makes this little papa noise. Yeah. Papa. So, anyways, we made that finally. And now today is her second full day in there. So I want to show you how I took her from, I'll show you how I took her from the patio and then the cage that we made to put her in the cage and how they reacted. The other ones literally wanted to rip through that cage and get to her. Like, I'm like, holy moly. Today being day 2, they're not really messing with you, huh? They're not really messing with you today. Not as much today. I did see on the camera a few times that all of them were like laid up right next to the cage, like in the sand, and Shadow was on inside of the cage next to them too. So if like the cage wasn't there, all 5 of them would have been laying like right next to each other. So I'm like, are you guys starting to like her again? But I really want her sister to be back nice to her again, huh? Your sister's being such a meanie, huh? Is Java being mean to you? Java being mean to you, Spabash? So yeah, so if you wanted to see like where she was in the enclosure, which again, it's so much nicer when they're not there because I try to respect their time, their sleeping time. So when they're sleeping, I try to like cover everything, and I tell my man, don't turn the light on when like we walk Vienna in or out. Like, don't turn the light on, grab the flashlight, like she's sleeping, or when it was their bedtime, it's like, okay, be quiet, So it's a lot better with her not there because then we can make our noise. We can turn the light on, come and go as we please. And we don't have to, well, I don't have to worry about, you know, disrupting their normal behavior and what they need to do at night. But yeah, now we got to worry on this. Yeah, I'm going to make up a little concoction and give that to her and see if we can start breaking this up to get this done. To see if it's not one thing, it's another, huh? You can't win for losing. You were getting beat up, huh? You was getting beat up, and then you got sick, and now you got a different sickness going on pretty much now, huh? Poor things. So yeah, so this is how she was in the enclosure. So this is where she is currently here inside of this little area that I have. This is like a little pop-up tent that I can put up, and then I have her medicine and stuff over there that I've been treating her with. So let's go ahead and get her out and get her into her new enclosure. I'm sure she's going to be so much happier being on sand than on this bedding. But yeah, look at, oh, hi babies. Look at how good her comb is. Oh my gosh, she is so much better. Like, oh my gosh, huge difference. So let's go ahead and get her in her new home. And then this is going to be her enclosure, so she can have a dust area, roosting area, food area, treat area. So this, I even put zip ties so I know it's not gonna fall over. Same thing with this one, so she can't knock it over. Hey, Java, that's your sister. Java. Shake your tail feather. Oreo's over there taking a dust bath. They do just go everywhere. They don't go just here, but at least I know this is always a spot that's dry and has everything in it. Hi, baby. Java. I don't understand how they can be so mean. Well, now they're gonna have to see each other for several days, and then I'll start slowly integrating them together again. Java, stop. That's your sister. Hey, ma'am, Miss Ma'am. Hey, none of that. None of that. And then she's puffing up. Ooh. Good thing there's some hardware cloth she can't get to you, baby girl. Jeez, they're so mean. She hasn't been able to dust bathe in 3 weeks, so she's probably gonna love it when she realizes she can go over there and do it. I'm gonna fill up their little treat balls so they all will have a refill. And yeah. Pop, pop, pop. Yeah, pop, pop. Who are you puffing up to, Pennywise? Ooh, Java. Pop, pop, pop. Pop, pop, pop. Shadow girl. Yeah. Java's not letting her out of her sight. Little meanie. Okay, you guys, I wanted to show you how happy this makes me. She's already using the dust bath and she's having fun. She hasn't been able to do that in like 3 weeks, so I just love this new setup. The last time when we had just the cage in here, it was like pretty much started right here and it went to like the end of that. It filled up this corner. So it was only just a hair longer than from like this line. So they're getting all of that extra space and they can utilize both areas kind of like their own little mini run. So I love this setup and I love that. Get it, girl. That's my baby. Aww. Now hopefully we can get your impaction to go away so you can stop eating bedding. Oh my God, I love it. Java, her sister, is not happy. She's in the house making that noise. If you hear, she's just totally unhappy. You can move over a little bit, baby girl. Whatever, you're happy, I'll leave you be. At least she's in the sun right there, so she has direct sunlight. She's probably loving it. My other girls are just having their treats. This one's being nosy, seeing what she's doing. So we'll see after a few days what happens, but I'm so glad she has this whole area now to herself and she can start to be a chicken again and just be happy. I love it. And now I can go ahead and get my patio back to normal. So let's go ahead and get this all cleaned up. And there we go. Everything is back cleaned, disinfected, and now I can go ahead and order my quills. Hopefully I can get those in a few weeks. I'm super, super excited about that. Oh my gosh, they're gonna be so much easier than these chickens, let me tell you. So yep, everything is all nice and clean here. Now I just need to go rinse all of those and I will be all done with this little project here. So yeah, there you go. All right, you guys, so that is the quick little change that I did for her and put her in the run. She's definitely loving it because she just gets to go and dust bathe and just be a chicken, and she ignores the other ones even if they're trying to attack her through the cage. Hopefully in a few more days of being in the cage I can release her and they'll be okay and they can be one good happy family again. It's just sad because she was on the low totem pole, like she was on the bottom of the pecking order, so Java and Pennywise were both attacking her. Oreo attacks everybody and so does Carmela. So literally she was being attacked or picked on by everyone and just hiding in the house the whole time, and I didn't like that. So I like now that she's not in the house. She can dust bathe, she can be a chicken, she can just, you know, do her own thing. Huh, are you happier? I know you're happier because you went right to the dust bath and started bathing, huh? Yeah. So yeah, anyways, I just wanted to give you a quick update because I don't think I'm going to be doing the chicken box that I get for them. I know I was on the fence if I wanted to renew or not, but I was going to do it one more time. However, they didn't renew my subscription. That's the first time. Like, they always renew it. Even if it was prematurely, I was always having my membership renewed. And this time they did not renew it whatsoever. They told me it was going to renew in December. My record showed it should have been like January 21st and both have came and gone. So, and I was not charged. So I guess I'm not going to get that box, which is fine. right now, especially with them, you know, having to treat them, I don't want a whole lot of treats just lying around. So if you guys just want me to do little updates like this every now and then, just to let you know what's going on, just show you them, just let me know. Or if you want me to resubscribe to that box at some point, well, let me know what you want me to do about my chickens and my chicken videos for you guys. And yeah, but again, I just wanted to jump on here, give you a quick little update, let you guys know little Shadow Girl was super sick. I was getting so worried, like every day, waking up trying to like be positive, and then she just like looking worse and worse and worse, and she was losing all this weight. She was dwindling down to like nothing, and I'm like, girl, what's going on? So I'm so glad. I mean, I've been giving her oregano oil to help with the respiratory. That helped. Oil of oregano, whatever it is. Yeah, giving her vitamins, just making sure she's comfortable. And when she was in the patio by herself, I would bring her in and just hold her with a blanket for like an hour or two while I'm watching TV or, you know, whatever, just to make her comfortable and, you know, just so she can be herself. I can't wait for her to lay. Are you gonna lay now that you're starting to feel better? You're gonna finally be a big girl? You're gonna finally be a big girl? No? These are my babies. Oh, that's my babies. There's always something. Seems like there's always something. The other ones are doing great. Oreo's not as feisty with them as much, and Pennywise isn't really getting picked on as much. She had some sores and stuff on her comb, which I think hers, I don't think she was getting the foul pox unless she had a mild case, and I don't even know. I think hers were really pecking sores because she was, yeah, bleeding, and I had to put the powder on there. And see, there's always something, huh, Bubba's? There's always something. So yeah, so anyways, just wanted to give you a little update. Let me know what you guys want moving forward with my chicken videos, what you want to see or what you'd want to hear or whichever. And yeah, if you want to check out discount codes or learn more about me or my animals, you can visit my website at any given time, which is SheCrafty.com. All right, you guys, go ahead and comment down below. Let me know what you thought about my little update, what you think of my girls. Oh, I'm just so happy that she's doing so much better. I just hope she continues and she'll lay soon and be a big girl. Huh, you're like almost 38 weeks old and still, you're still little babies. You're still little babies. All right, you guys, so definitely comment down below. Let me know what you thought. Your positive interaction means the world, and I greatly do appreciate it, as I greatly appreciate every single one of you guys. So until next time, you know that drill. Keep a smile on that gorgeous face of yours, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye. Crafty crew, and Shadow out.